looking at what do we bring, what do we expect for weather, how do we pack, what kind of stuff should we get, that type of thing. So that's what this one will be. I have some handouts. Those of you that are watching, you'll get something in the mail this week. So by the probably the 8th, 10th, by Valentine's Day, you should get something in the mail, a packet, and it'll have in there what we're going through today, so you can kind of read through it. At any rate, this is where we're at, so glad you're here. Heavenly Father, thanks just for a chance to get together and to continue to prepare for our trip over to Israel. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to go. How sweet. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So all this is stuff. We will read through it together. But then you can kind of, you're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We're going to put you right here.
Hey.
Have a seat right there. David's here.
All right.
Is David here?
Perhaps you could have one more. Good, how are you?
Yeah.
David is
Is
here,
that a
yes?
rabbit?
Yes. And it's hot.
Oh.
Can we have one more?
Thank you.
All right. You didn't get one? What's that, BLS?
Stacking the glass again, huh?
Right there.
Alright.
It's stacked. We're good to go.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. So today we're just going to read through this together. As you have questions, comments, anything like that, here we go. Luggage. Yeah, okay. You should check the airline's website for current luggage limitations, but please come with only one suitcase and an empty small backpack to expand into as you travel and shop. There won't be room under the bus for extra luggage. This is true. So what will happen, the bus that we're traveling in, they have room for one big suitcase and one carry-on for each of us. So you just get one suitcase, so pack accordingly. Pack light, because if you don't lift it yourself, then you've got too much stuff in your bag. Yeah. So I encourage you to do, no one hardly ever does this, but once you pack your suitcase, go through and remove about a third of it. So once you think you've got it, then just take out about a third, and you'll be about right. We'll go over that over and over as we go through this. It'll only get heavier once you buy gifts and souvenirs, and you will. You should carry any prescription medication in your carry-on luggage, as well as your iPod or other source of music to entertain yourself on the long flights. A good book. The Source by James Michener is one that I think I recommended here already. If not, I will. That's an excellent book for preparing to go to Israel. It's always a safe choice to bring a change of clothes in likely but possible event your luggage is delayed. Almost every trip this has happened. Almost every trip. Somebody's luggage doesn't make it. Now, eventually you'll get it. The worst we had was an 8-day delay. Can you imagine?
wow.
8 days, they finally got their suitcase. But what happened, it was a woman, of course. It always is. A guy would be no big deal, you know. But it was a woman. But it was so sweet to see what happened, because this was on a big tour. We had like 70-some people. And the ladies just all gathered around her. The size of the lady didn't have her suitcase. There was about 6 of them that were same size clothes, and they just took stuff out and just mixed and matched. She was fine.
That's
She was
what I
fine.
did in Bulgaria.
It works.
I
Yours
told
is
they all had to give me a pair of underwear
Yep.
and t-shirt and I
It
Yours
works.
didn't make it?
It works.
No,
It
right,
works.
Roman?
Right.
Oh, I haven't given them back to you, have I?
But one thing you should do for the flight, if you haven't now, I strongly encourage you to do on your carry-on, is take those little tiny toothbrushes, a little tube of toothpaste, maybe some deodorant. If you're a guy, maybe
Yes,
a
some
little
deodorant.
razor if you want. You just freshen up, because you will sleep on the plane on the way over, but it's like 4 hours, it's not very long. Then you wake up and you feel like you slept 8. You just feel like, and you go back to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you shave, take a little sponge bath, and then real quickly, because there's a lot of people doing it, but a real quick one, and you come out and you feel really refreshed. It's an amazing thing, so you might consider that, I'm just saying. What kind of weather should you expect? Well, this is way true. The weather in Israel during the summer months, May, June, July, and August, is sunny, and can be, and if you do take notes, you might want to underline incredibly. Regardless of time of year, incredibly hot, yes.
Oh.
Bring clothing that is informal and that you can wear in layers. I don't know why you'd wear in layers, but go ahead. You can expect several days of outdoor activities, a few nights out in the town, and most likely one night camping in the Bedouin tents. No, don't worry about the camping. You may also spend time inside museums, archaeological sites, or shopping centers Unlikely able to change outfits in a hotel room during the day, you'll be able to leave clothes and other items on the bus so that you can layer as needed. The only layer that you want to use for the ladies, all for the guys too as far as that goes. There's some places we go where men cannot wear shorts. I typically wear shorts all the time. And then I have one pair of pants I just kind of can pull over my shorts. Certain events, you have to have long pants on for a guy. Ladies, you gotta have your shoulders covered sometimes. So if you have just some kind of a shawl, something like that, you can just keep it on the bus. We'll always tell you the day before, tomorrow you need to have your shoulders covered, so you just leave it on the bus. When we go to the site where you need them covered, you have it. So, no big deal. So just have some light shawl. It's gonna be hot, so don't get a wool shawl, get one of those little silky shawls and just something you can put on top of you, no big thing. As far as shorts for ladies, there are some places where your knees are gonna have to be covered. When your shawls are on, your knees need to be covered. A wraparound broom skirt type of thing, those little skirt things, one of those goes a long ways. And then you can wear shorts other times, and that's no problem. Make certain you bring a swimsuit. Something to get wet in, because you will be getting wet from time to time. It's fun wet, but be ready for that. So
Is
make
that
sure-
all in here?
No, I'm just talking. I don't know.
Oh,
I would think it'll be on here. I skimmed this. I didn't read. I just skimmed it and downloaded and looked at it. This is what I'm looking for. Don't forget your passport. Hello. Now, the passport's an interesting thing because everyone says, of course I have the passport. I am a way big stickler on this, and you're going to be upset with me probably, especially the people that have traveled. In this group, I'm thinking Roman will be the one that will have the hardest time with me because I'm gonna treat you, Roman, like you've never traveled before.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do it because I love you, man. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It happened one time. I think I shared this with you. I'm gonna share it again. And that was, we used to take a bus from Santa Fe down to the airport. We had these big old Greyhound buses, and we just meet at the church and we take you down to the airport. Before they got in the bus, I said, I need to see your passport as you get on the bus here in Santa Fe. And I had a world traveler, travel all the time. And he just looked at me like, really? He says, I'm not one of your students. You know, he was just, And I thought, oh, this is how we're starting off. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. So people are going to show me their passport as they get on. See your passport, get on. See your passport, get on. JJ, see your passport. Baby, you got the passport, says his wife. I thought you got it. Of all the people, it was him. It was him. And it made me feel so good. I said, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. I said, JJ, you have no passport. If we'd have been in Albuquerque, you'd have missed the whole trip to Israel, buddy. Well, we'll go get it real quick. We'll meet you down there. I said, that's a great idea. So we had to go because we had to go. So they ran home, got the passports. They met us down there, had to pay for 3 weeks of parking. You know, this is what it is. Okay, sorry, buddy. But so I checked that. And it's not that I don't think you're capable. It just happens. It can happen.
It does happen.
I'm not meant to be a jerk. It's just that I want you to have a good trip. So I check passports way too often. Make sure you have your passport. We talked about passport holders of some kind. You're in the summertime, so you're not going to have a billfold. Don't bring your driver's license, not necessary. Just bring your passport, you're good. No traveler checks, we talked about that. Don't bring traveler checks because you're not going to be able to cash them. Because of the hours that we have, we're out, away from things, and you don't have access to your money. So bring cash, we'll switch it into shekels, or bring credit cards. Credit cards work a lot, have some cash with you. So we talked about that. Passport holders, whatever works for you. Some people like it around their neck. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that. So I just wear my shorts, and I have a little leather passport holder that fits on my belt. Fits inside my shorts, and it's just inside me right where my pocket is. If I have my hand in my pocket, I can feel it, but it's not in my pocket. I can just feel it in my pocket. I've always used that. It's worked well for me. Whatever, just get something to put your passport in. You will need your passport with you some of the time, not all the time. If you are not going to take it with you, if we say you don't need it today, you can check it at the hotel desk. Don't just leave it in your room. American passports are very valuable. So either have it with you, or just check it at the desk. They have a safety deposit box at the desk. They also have safes in the room, so either way, but lock up your passport otherwise. Okay, required items. We're not going to do the backpack. You don't need a backpack. If you want one, that's up to you. Some people love them, some people don't care for them. So you don't have to have a backpack, but you should have some kind of a carry-on. It can be a satchel, whatever, just something to have your stuff in. Sunscreen, this is required. So you need this, like everything. Amazes me. So many folks, yeah, please. So many folks say, well, I don't burn, so I don't need it. You're going to burn. I don't care how dark you are, you're going to burn. So please bring some type of sunscreen. minimum it says SPF 30 more. Visors don't work. I used to try visors over there, and obviously it doesn't work for me. So don't do the visor. It doesn't work. Do the hat. Do the hat. Now, ladies, they all say do the hat because, you know, of the heat as well. But I don't know. I'm not going to say you have to do a hat, ladies. I'm saying guys do hats. Ladies, if you don't want to do a hat, it's up to you. But I would suggest it if possible.
Yes,
a hat.
we need.
A hat is a good idea. Guys, it's pretty much essential. Even if it's a baseball hat, just get something. You'll be glad you did. Shoes, walking shoes. Talks about something with traction, definitely. Straps or laces, definitely. No flip-flops, definitely. So you don't need a lot of shoes, but good walking shoes and some type of sandal that you can wear out into rivers, that kind of stuff. We will be walking in the water, so you want to make sure you have that. We recommend you bring light colored clothes. White is fantastic if you can pull off white. It works really well with the heat. We will have some very hot, sunny days. So white is good. It says 3 pants, jeans. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you to do that. That's up to you how many you want to bring.
Jeans are too hot.
Yeah, jeans I would be like, oh yeah. I wouldn't do jeans. I would not do jeans.
Even at night?
No.
It doesn't
I
cool down?
No, not like that. I wouldn't. I would bring the cotton type of pants for the guys. When we go down to have dinner, guys, every night, we're going to go on tour, as we talked about before. Wear shorts or something you're really comfortable wearing. But then we come home at night, we meet down at dinner in the restaurant. The restaurants where we're staying, they want us to have collared shirts, which is crazy, Roman. That would be unacceptable. They want a collared shirt, which makes no sense to me, because you're dressed up more than a little polo shirt. But they want a collar on the shirt for the guys. It's like, seriously, a collared shirt. And I was sent back up once for wearing a very nice shirt like that. It's like, really? So just make sure you have a collared shirt for dinner, just for dinner. So I just wear the same. You're going to see me. It's going to be pretty boring.
You
I
say
don't
collared?
collared.
Collared, not colored?
Collared.
No,
Collared.
collared.
With a collar. But it's going to be, the thing you're going to see with me is I'm going to wear the same shirt and pants every night for dinner. So I'm just telling you now, I'm not going to impress you. I wear it for dinner. Yep. That's what I do. I wear, that's what I wear. I might have a different shirt, but that'll be it. But I'm not going to be there bringing a big suitcase full of clothes to eat dinner. Are you serious? But what happens is we come home, we take a quick shower because we're going to be hot and sweaty. Take a quick shower so you're clean. You put on your clothes, you eat, and then you go out in the evening. And the evening is nice. It's just really nice. So it's just, it's sweet. So don't go crazy, but just know that. You got to have that. This is a different group here, obviously. So I'm not going to worry about this so much. But athletic pants, camping clothes, no. A sweatshirt, sweater fleece, no. 2 long sleeve shirts.
This is probably the April group, right?
I don't know what this is. We don't have cold. We do not have cold. Air conditioning cold is the only thing you got to watch for. The long sleeve shirts do work good with the heat if they're light colored. You just cover your arms and it's, you won't be sunburned and it's actually cooler. We talked about those shirts, I forget what they're called now, those travel shirts, the ones that you can just wash in the shower. I wash in the shower. They've got the vents on the sides and the travel shirts.
You shower with them.
Yeah, so I wear them during the day and I go at home and I just take a shower with it. I wash it, hang it up, and it dries overnight and, you know, wear it again. And it works really well, so I'm just saying, don't go crazy on clothes. That's all I can tell you. But you want to cover. You want to cover as much as possible. 6 to 12 short sleeve shirts. Wow. Okay, there they are. 3 shorts. You do want not dress shorts, but shorts. 2 bathing suits, undergarments, socks, some pajamas, flip-flops. Flip-flops only for the shower if you don't want to go in the shower with barefoot, I guess. Otherwise, forget about flip-flops. Here's the button-down shirts. That's what we're talking about right there. And the khaki casual trousers, that is on Saturdays, Shabbat. If you go anywhere on Saturday, it's a dress day, so it's not a short day unless you're at the Mediterranean Sea. And that's where we're going to be for our first Shabbat. We'll be at the Mediterranean Sea. So that's a swimsuit day, a short day, we're gonna be just chilling. But the second Shabbat and the third Shabbat, that's gonna be a little bit different, and that's when you just wanna wear the long pants that day and a little white shirt. It's just kind of a casual dress, it's casual dress that day. Females, 2 long skirts, again for Shabbat, religious sites. A wrap skirt is perfect. It's perfect, so we got that. Lightweight shawl, we talked about that, over your shoulders, good. A beach towel, now, that takes up so much room in your suitcase. And I'm trying to think, with the baptism, we provide the towels. The Mediterranean Sea, I don't think you need a beach towel, I don't think you do. I think we're gonna be fine. Did we bring one? Okay, bring one. Bring the beach towel, bring,
Lightweight ones.
yeah, bring the
Very
thin one,
small.
don't bring the big one, just get a thin towel that you can throw in
Maybe
your
just
suitcase.
buy a cheap one over there,
You can easily buy a cheap one.
and then when you
Leave
come
it
back,
there.
just leave it over there.
You can definitely do that. That's not a bad
The
idea.
thing is, we get there on Shabbat,
Yeah, you
and,
won't buy it the first day.
right.
But
You can get the lightweight towels, they sell like at REI.
throw it in there.
Pretty thin.
Okay, but what's gonna happen, we're gonna get there on a Friday night, the place will be closed, so that's a good point, sweetie, yeah, Shabbat will be closed, so. Beach towel if you want, if you, yeah, you might have, if you do bring a skinny one, don't bring something big or fancy. Two
So-
plastic, yes, go ahead, Lisa.
So, this is for the hotels, they don't have towels?
Well, they don't,
They
what
don't
happens is they
provide
don't
it?
want you, you can have towels if you go to the pool, they don't want you bringing the towels outside their grounds, and we're gonna go right down to the beach.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you're gonna be there without a towel, you wanna lay on the sand, if you want that towel for that, bring a towel. Basically, that's it. But we're
Big
getting
shawls
there.
work well too.
Yeah,
I like
okay,
big shawls.
okay. Travel alarm clock, that's up to you, you can get wake-up calls too. Plastic bags for wet clothes, well, I don't know, if you want. Water bottles, if you want, there's gonna be water provided every day on the bus, so there's water there. But, up to you on that. Imodium,
Always safe.
Be safe and sound.
mini torch, I don't know if that's allowed, we don't need
What
that.
is that?
It's a flashlight.
Yeah, we don't need that. A watch, camera you want. Yeah, you're gonna want cameras, and you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get a lot of tremendous pictures over there. Film, try and buy the film here if you can. The Jews are not stupid people. And they know if you're from
Uses that
America
anymore.
and you ran out of film, oh, do we have film for you? And,
The adapter.
and the adapter. So make sure you bring film. And if you think you need like 6 rolls, then bring 26. I mean, bring many more than you think, because pictures go way fast over here, way fast. You're not even.
Does anyone use that anymore?
I'm sorry?
Film?
Whatever you
What
use
is
it.
that?
I don't even know. So we don't have film probably now, do we? Never mind. Oh, never mind, we don't need film.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I thinking?
Bigger memory card.
You can tell how often
Just crank it.
you can tell how often I take pictures over there. I don't take pictures.
I'm
But,
sorry.
yeah, that's a good point, thank you. So, yeah, just make sure you have a lot of memory. Have a lot of memory, you'll be fine, you'll be good to go. The adapter, well, it says it, the 2 round prong European adapter.
Mhm.
So that's all you need, like when, if you go into
A lot
Radio
of
Shack,
memory.
you just need to ask them for that.
Yeah, and they have adapters for you.
Does that include my memory?
Hey.
I'm over 55, I don't know if
Okay.
They have adapters for us? What do you
that.
mean? That's for that? What do you mean?
No, you have to buy them here and bring them.
Oh, I thought you said,
No, she's talking
Like
about,
if
you're talking about you
charge
go
your
buy them
hair
somewhere.
dryer
Yeah,
and-
if you went
Yeah.
to Radio Shack, you can just ask them specifically.
Yeah.
oh, I see, okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I have an
adapter.
extra one actually,
Okay.
if somebody needs one.
Sweet, sweet. Almost, not every time, but almost every other time, someone feels, well, you know, my hair dryer or whatever, if I plug it in there,
Oh,
it still
no.
kinda works, don't do that. And almost every other time or so, we get it fried out there and they, this mess, so just don't, just use the adapter. Okay, prescription glasses, contact lenses, or whatever. The yarmulke, you're not gonna need the prayer shawl yarmulke, don't worry about that. Toiletries, same thing everywhere else, they use the same stuff. So you don't have to bring all your stuff there, you can get a lot of things there. Our problem is we get there late Friday, everything's closed. Saturday, everything's closed. Saturday evening, everything opens up. We're gonna be having our meetings then, and you wanna get to bed somewhat early, so you can get up very early on Sunday, and off we go. You'll be still facing jet lag a little bit. The last thing you wanna do is, I gotta find some toothpaste somewhere. So it's just better to have a little bit with you, but as we go along, it's easy to pick more stuff up. So don't go crazy. Just bring enough to get by. You can always pick up stuff there. All this stuff here, whatever, we got all that. The time I've been there, I've never once used mosquito repellent, once in my life. I don't think I've ever been bit by a mosquito.
Really?
I don't
Are the
remember.
mosquitoes ill though?
I've never seen one. But they say bring mosquito repellent, so I'm saying bring mosquito repellent, but I don't know why.
And you usually have gone at this time of year?
Always.
Hmm.
Mhm. Always. Airplane carry-on, your passport, change of clothes. The change of clothes is just in case your suitcase is late. That's the main reason for that.
Mhm.
The mini deodorant we talked about, your camera, your iPad, a little toothpaste, toothbrush. Little snacks if you want to bring snacks. Medications, if you're taking medications, make sure they're on your carry-on. Don't put them all in one bottle. Put them in the prescription bottle that they're supposed to go in. So if you're taking 4 pills, have 4 bottles with the prescription on each one. Make sure you have that, don't combine them.
They have to have the prescription on
I would, if it's prescription medicine, yes. Okay, Shabbat attire. We recommend modest dress for religious sites, shirts with at least short sleeves for both men and women, a shirt covering the knees for women, a jacket and tie are not necessary. Exactly, out-of-town clothing, when we're heading out, wear whatever you want to wear. For example, a nice shirt and trousers, jeans, casual shirt, good walking shoes are essential. Many of the streets are paved with stone. If you do not bring high heels on this trip. Don't wear heels on this trip. Ladies either, neither one of us, no heels. So just chill, just comfortable walking shoes. Miscellaneous, batteries, tissue packs, sunglasses, photocopy of your passport, I will have all those with me. The currency in Israel is the shekel. Right now, the exchange rate is about 5/8 of a shekel for a pound. So think about 6 shekels, 7 shekels maybe for a dollar. Since you'll only be responsible for 1 light meal a day, you'll need enough shekels for those meals, snacks, tips, any shopping you wish to do. Assume the miscellaneous expenses for this week may run about $150 a week, depending on your personal spending habits. Please bring $40 to $50 in cash to cover tips with a tour guide and driver. That's already included. So do not tip anybody on this unless you are going off by yourself and you want to tip a waiter. But all the waiters are tipped, the tour guide is tipped, the bus driver is tipped, the front desk is tipped at all the hotels, the chambermaids are tipped, so don't leave a tip when they make the bed. I've got that. Everybody is tipped. You get the shalom, now you get the hugs, now you get the welcome to Israel. They take your suitcase at one time. This is your suitcase, David? Okay. Next time you see your suitcase, it'll be in your room. At the end of the stay by the Mediterranean, you just put your suitcase outside the front door, outside the door of your room, and it'll show up in the kibbutz. Then when you leave the kibbutz, you just put it outside your front door, and it'll show up in Jerusalem. And it just, it's done. So it's just that initial getting it there. So I'm going to ask the guys to help with that, just to get the suitcase. When I was younger, I would do that. No, we'll all just do a few, and we'll be okay. So we'll just unload those babies, and we'll be good to go. So that's that. When we get off through the security of Israel, and we're onto the bus, you're supposed to be tired. You're not going to be, because the adrenaline is kicked in unbelievably high. What we'll be doing now in our next Israel 101s, we're going to go through more details of some of the trips, some of the things we're going to see, give you more reading, and we're going to do a little more Bible study background on it, so you know when we get off of the plane at Ben Gurion Airport, where was that scripturally? What's the significance of this place? Because there's a biblical significance. So you know, okay, this is what this was. This is cool. Now we're going to Tel Aviv. What about Joppa? Where's Joppa? What is significant? What are all the significant things about Joppa? We're going to read that. So from here on out, bring your Bibles now, because I want to prepare you so that when we go there, you've got biblical reference to what we're seeing. We get in. We're going to take about a 15-minute bus ride, maybe a half-hour bus ride through Tel Aviv. It's right before Shabbat, so the place is kind of busy. You're gonna see some traffic. Tel Aviv is the large city, and it's modern city, not what you're expecting. You'll be surprised. Well, this is like driving in New York or something. Yeah, pretty much. It's a city. We're gonna go through Tel Aviv, we're gonna go to the Mediterranean coastline. We'll get checked into the hotel, that's gonna take a little bit. David and Lisa are up front, and they'll say, okay, we got David and Lisa here, room 418. Okay, and off you go. Your suitcases will be up there, don't worry, there you go. He'll talk to us a little bit about what to expect. We'll go up, and we'll have probably about an hour and a half only, and then we have dinner. It's awesome. It's gonna be an awesome dinner. It's great. We get done eating dinner. You're free that evening. Go walk. Get out because you're gonna be excited. The Mediterranean is right there. You're safe as can be. Go watch Shabbat, so it's gonna be at his close. There's nothing to see except the water.
It's beautiful.
You're in stinking Israel.
Yeah.
You're in Israel. The next, you get to bed, you get to sleeping. The next morning, there's breakfast starting at 6. More than half of us will be there by 4:30 because we are so jet lagged and you're so excited. So you're just there. So we have a 4-hour breakfast. We just go down and we eat with all of you. So we just kind of sit there, we drink a lot of coffee and talk and laugh with you. And you come down and it's like, this is amazing. And this is the best we're all going to look because everyone's going to be dressed up nice. It's all those little outfits he said, you're not going to buy that you bought, you're going to wear it that first day. Everyone's styling, we're all looking good. Yeah, we're looking good. And people are just chilling. And then you've got the whole day to do whatever you want. If you want to go up to Joppa, you can. We'll talk more about Joppa in the next couple classes. If you want to just sit on the beach, sit on the beach. There's going to be literally thousands of people on the beach. And it's just amazing. If you want to go just walking in Tel Aviv, go walking in Tel Aviv. Most of the things will be closed. A few restaurants will be open, but it's Shabbat, so not much is open. You have the whole day off. If you want to take a nap, take a nap. I like those. Take a nap in the afternoon, just chill a little bit. There's a pool. You can go by the pool if you want. You can go by the beach if you want. There's like 3 or 4 pools. You just go wherever you want to go. That's where you get some hummus, sit by the beach, and just chill. Let's get relaxed. Let's get comfortable. This is one of the few trips that does this. So you're on something that most tours don't do. I think I've shared this with you before. I'm going to share it again. One of the things that when we planned this tour the first couple times, I told you about the split chin. I had a guy named Rex Aerosmith, a multi-millionaire, very successful businessman in the art industry up in downtown Santa Fe. He had these art galleries. He traveled all over the world getting artifacts and coming back, and very well to do. He and his wife came on this tour with us to Israel. So we landed, the next day we took off, and we're up, going around. Now this guy, he's been all over the world. He's been in Egypt, he's been in Cambodia. He's always getting stuff by himself, just doing his thing, you know. And it's a tour, piece of cake tour. But a little bit jet lagged, long day, he misstepped, bam, split his chin, no, his lip, split his lip from here up to his nose. Just open that up. Just whoop. I'm just rocking. We're out in the galley in the middle of nowhere. And I'm looking at Rex. He goes, I split it. It was filleted open. It was like,
Oh, man.
I said, he's going to look like oh, this is not good. And David, no, it wasn't David, but one of the tour guys said, we got to get this fixed. He said, it'll not be a problem. I'm going, oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. But he was so gracious. He said, I'll be fine. I'm thinking, and he was old. He had to be 50 years old. So I was 30, you know, come on now. He was an old dude. So it's filleted open. It's just filleted open. So we get back to, he said, I'm good. So we just kept the tour going. We come back, and instead of eating, the tour guide, myself, and Rex, we went off to a little, like, MASH unit they had, right on the edge where at that time Hamas was being a problem. Hezbollah was being a problem up in Lebanon. And it was an Israeli MASH unit. We're right up there. And I'm like, that is just kind of cool. It's like, this is pretty cool. So we go in there, and they show it to us. Oh, yeah, we can fix that. So they took him in. And I just go, well, sure. So I'm just watching. They cleaned everything out, and they took glue. Aaron Alpha glue, like super glue. And they just glued it and put it together. And I'm like, Rex, how's it looking? So it looks good. It looks good. And I think,
Well, duct tape will do the same thing.
unbelievable, probably, but unbelievable. There was hardly any scar or anything. It was like just a little tiny scar. They worked. But that can happen. But we started hitting those, just little missteps, little things. So I have the owner of the company in Santa Fe from Israel. And he was staying with us a couple days, and I said, David, you planned the tour. I said, you know, you got all these pastors planning tours. You're the tour guide, you've been doing this already for 30 years. You planned the tour. His wife was with me, Anna. No one's ever asked me, how many times have I said this? He says this almost every time he sees the itinerary. So why don't they ask me what to do?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, plan the tour.
Yeah.
So this is David's tour plan. After now 40-some years of leading tours, or 50 years now, it's his plan. Since I've been doing it, we've had no accidents. And we've had an unbelievable tour. Unbelievable tour. What we do, that most tours don't do, is what we just talked about. We land in the afternoon, we have a nice dinner, relax. Get up in the morning, have a nice breakfast, relax. Have a nice dinner, go to bed, sleep. So we plan one extra day, and at the beginning we do nothing on Shabbat. And what it does, we get over the chunk of jet lag that causes you to see that step and just miss it somehow. I don't know how I missed that, but my ankle's blown out. It's bad now. It gets rid of that. And it's also fun. So take advantage. I know you're going to be excited. You're going to be really excited because you're in Israel. You're going to be so excited. And you're going to want to see all of Israel that day off. Realize you're not going to get many days off. In fact, this is really the only day off. So relax on this day off a little bit. Just relax. Don't have to see everything. If you want to go see up to Joppa, see Joppa. If you say, I got to do parasailing, well then do some parasailing. That's fine. Have fun. Do your thing, but then rest. Then that night, we'll come back for dinner again. And everyone's going to have different stories. Some people there'll be a group of 4 here, a group of 3 here. As you're going, always include anybody on the group. If they're on the group and we're going to Joppa, anybody want to go to Joppa with us? Go have fun. And the groups will interchange and mix. I don't want anybody ever alone unless they want to be alone. And there will be times when you want to be alone. It says, you're having my moment, leave me alone. Okay, have fun. And you'll have that. But otherwise, we're just a group. We're just, whoever it is, this is what we're doing, let's go here, we're doing, let's just have fun. That night we have another awesome dinner, and this dinner is going to be way different than our dinner when we first get there because Shabbat is over. And once that sun sets in the Mediterranean, they turn the ovens back on. And now we're going to have some serious food. So now we're going to eat, and it's going to be like, whoa, that last one was really good. This is really good. Oh yeah, it's real good. So we're going to have a nice supper. After the supper, this is not a night to go back on the town now. After the supper, what we're going to do is we're going to meet in a room, and we're going to start going over the next day. What we're going to be doing, we have a little communion service. Bring the guitar for that one, big time. You and I'll be talking a lot, David, but yeah, bring the guitar for that. We just have a little worship service. And you'll be in bed sleeping probably by 10 o'clock, probably that night. And then in the mornings, we have breakfast at 6. And, so 6 o'clock every morning. And on the bus by 7, we're out of here. So that's just how it is. So that's what it is. So that's that first day off. It's really sweet. It's nothing but excellent. Have fun. Enjoy. The hotels are okay. They're not fancy, but they're okay. They're clean. They're clean. They're small, typical European hotel. They say, Americans have these big hotel rooms. Why do you do that? You're going to sleep. All you do is you go in there and close the door and turn the lights off, shut the light off, and sleep. You don't need a big room. So your bedrooms will be small. Smaller than this room, probably. They're small. So small rooms, but they have very nice lobbies, very nice restaurants, very nice swimming pools, very nice facilities. The rooms are very small. For the married couples, twin beds in all the rooms. It's Israel. That's what they do. So you always have twin beds.
And sleep on the floor.
Yeah, well, we just push them together. But they're twin beds, and they'll have a nightstand in between the beds. But you can move the nightstand and push them together. They do that for those Jews that are still under the law, keeping the law. And that is when a woman is having her time of her month, they are not to sleep in the same bed, so they put the beds away. And then even in the home they do that. That's how they do it. But then when that time is over, then she just pushes the beds back together, and then they know, okay, now we're back. That's just what they do. So that's why that is like that. So you're more than welcome just to pull the little end table, push it away, put the beds together. It's okay. You can do that. But be ready for that. That's just something that's what it is. The elevator on Shabbat, I'll mention to you again now. Please tell the other folks. If you're watching, you'll have it. If they aren't watching, they're not going to have it. On Shabbat, they have a concession for the elevators. They have a Shabbat elevator. And some of the hotels will be staying and have 20 floors, so it's a long ways up. And if you're on the 18th floor and you're going down, if you get in the Shabbat elevator, you'll get in the elevator, you'll look, and looks like a kid hit all the buttons. They're all just all lit up. And no matter what you press, makes no difference. It's gonna stop at 17, open up,
Oh, wow.
you're gonna wait 30 seconds, maybe a minute. It'll close. It can take you 20 minutes every
Wow.
floor, up and down. Shabbat el. The reason being, in Judaism, if you're gonna keep the Shabbat, they have defined work as pushing a button. So if you push a button, you broke Shabbat.
Wow.
So it stops at every floor. And for sure, someone's gonna do it. You're gonna get in it. If you get in it, just get off. Just get off. There's another elevator, go to the next elevator, and go on down. But don't get caught in that, because that'll take
Are
20
they
minutes of
marked?
your time.
Yeah.
What's that?
They're marked? No?
You just see all
But
the
you'll
lights
know.
lit up.
They're marked in Hebrew. It's marked in Hebrew, but
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you can't read it.
you can't read it. It's in Hebrew. You'll say Shabbat in Hebrew, but it's just these lines.
If you see all the lights lit up,
Just get
don't
out.
get on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get on, get
Take
on.
the steps.
Shabbat, go, yeah.
Take the steps,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's- So just beware, but it's fun. It's fun. And you can even write it down for a couple floors, see what it's like. It's just what it is. So that's the Shabbat elevator. I think we're good. So that's just this first day off. So the day off, just have fun, relax, chill.
So how do they get in their rooms when they have to turn the knob?
You know, I don't know. I don't
Is
know.
that considered work?
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know. I know pushing a button is. I know pushing a button is.
So how does the extension, the 3-day extension to Edom work? How's that gonna work?
That's gonna be fantastic. What happens with that is after we're in Israel and we finish up, our last day in Israel is at the Garden Tomb. And then we are off for half a day to do last minute souvenir shopping in an old city, whatever you wanna do. We get to the airport around 10:30 at night, those that are going home, back to the States. We go through security, home we go. Those that are staying go back to bed. Then we drive down to Eilat. It's about a 4-hour drive. We go to Eilat, we get into Eilat, and that day is a day off. And we did the Eilat study here, didn't we? We did Eilat, yeah. We did Eilat, so we stay in Eilat for that day. That's where we have a yacht where we go. They call it a yacht, we call it a big boat, but they call it a yacht, so it's kind of funny. So we were on the Gulf of Aqaba on this yacht. It sounds really, that's a fishing boat. What are you talking about? Yacht? What are you talking about? Yeah. It just sounds cool as a yacht. It's a boat. You get on this boat, it's not a yacht, but it's a fun boat. So you get on the boat, and we just go out into the Red Sea. We go out there, and if you want to snorkel, the last 2 times I've done this, we snorkeled. And it was awesome. It's just awesome. You have to have a little life vest on. And the first time we went, it was fantastic. He found the perfect spot, a great yacht captain, fantastic. The second one, he was having a bad day. He was not good. It was.
How much is it?
It's,
Snorkel.
that's a great question.
You rent the equipment?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have it on the boat. I think the whole thing, the whole day, didn't I tell you guys like $100 or something? Is that what it was?
It's not bad.
I think it was $100. And that is for the whole day out on the Red Sea, your food and snorkeling, everything, parasailing, whatever you want to do, it's all on there. So
For
it's just,
that, can you use credit card or you have to have cash for some of the
I bet you better have cash.
extra? Okay.
I bet you better have cash for that.
So you have to do one or the other, or can you do both?
You do
Would
both.
you buy the whole thing?
You can do both. You just have fun.
Okay. Nice.
It's just, it's a play day. We get down to Eilat, it's a play day the first day. The whole point of the extension is Petra. That's the whole point of the extension. So we go to Eilat, we enjoy Eilat, we do this Gulf of Aqaba, Petra in Edom. It's ancient Edom. Yes, Petra. But Petra is the place we're gonna go. We're gonna spend quite a bit of time preparing the extension folks for that. We're gonna spend a lot of time in Obadiah. We're gonna look at Esau and how it became Edom. Look at the history. We're gonna look at that so people know when they see Petra, what is the significance of the city. The beauty of it in and of itself is worth it. But to have the background, the biblical background on it is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling when you see it. You can't even believe it. And then the significance of it out of the book of Revelation is crazy. Because most people believe this is where, in Revelation 12, when God said, I'm going to open up the earth and hide you, as the Antichrist goes after Israel after they come to Christ. And God says, I'm going to open up the earth and hide you. Most people believe it's going to be in Petra. So because of that, the evangelical community worldwide have put tracts and tracts of encouragement to the newly saved Jews during the tribulation, because I think that's where we're gonna be. Who knows, maybe yes, maybe no. But it's an amazing, amazing site. God has allowed me to be to so many sites, and Ephesus and Petra are the two most amazing sites I've ever seen in my life.
Those pictures we pulled up were amazing.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Wow. I'm excited for that.
It's crazy, it's crazy. For me, the whole trip to the Middle East is worth Petra. And all of Israel is like a spiritual wonderland. It's like- So it's good, it's good. So at any rate, there we are. We go to Petra, the next day we come back, and then we head up to the airport and come home. So it's basically Gulf of Aqaba, yacht, play, Petra, home. That's what that was. It's a very short extension. Some extensions have been like week-long extensions. This is just a 3-day extension, so we go both ways. This is the short one. Last trip we didn't do an extension, so I'm just slowly building the body into the idea of an extension.
And that's $2,000 each,
No,
or
per person.
per person?
1,000 each.
1,000 each, okay.
Yeah, 1,000 each. That's what it is. All right? Any questions? Okay, those of you that are watching online, David's gonna stand up because he's gonna be our worship leader. David, stand up and say hey to the camera.
Hey, everybody.
This is his,
Looking forward to it.
stay standing, stay standing. This is Lisa, stand up next. This be the wife, Lisa. She also sings, she's on the worship team.
And she's gonna sing too.
So there they are, so they'll be doing a lot of the worship. This is Roman and Phoebe. This is one of our deacons and his wife. Stand up so they can see who you are. Roman and Phoebe. So these are the guys on the on our deacon board. Mrs. C, stand on up. I know her as Mrs. C. What do you want people to call you, Mrs. C?
Leela.
Okay, this is Leela right here. Leela, you can hear me say Mrs. C because that's just, she's always been Mrs. C to me.
You won't call me by my name.
That's Mrs. C. And there's Linda, you can call her Linda or Helen. She goes to either one. Stand up, Linda. This is Linda right here. There's Linda. And then right by the camera, you've met before, but this is Rachel and Monica, a mother-daughter team. Stand up and say hey to everybody, guys. There they are. That's Rachel
guys.
and Monica, yay. And then, of course, you know my wife, Connie. Stand up and say hey, sweetie. She's gonna say hey.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, sweetie.
There it is, there it is. Nice, that's my wife. So that's who's here today. Remember to send your check in. It's $1,000 payable to Wash by the Word. Send it in the mail this week. We are good to go. And God bless you guys. Get those passports. If you don't have them, we gotta have them. So, see you, bye. Passport. Connie, can you shoot a copy of the trip? That's part of the price. So, that's all done. Okay, ATMs dispense shekels from your ATM cards. There will be a charge typically if you go to an ATM there with your bank card. You'll get hit a little bit on that. So it says here, check with the bank. Make sure you do that. And Roman said, he's traveled. If you forget something, it's okay. Just buy it there. It's all right. They have the same needs we do. So anything we get here, we can get there. Israel, the water everywhere is safe to drink. The food everywhere is safe to eat. When you're in Israel, it's going to feel like you're in California a little bit. You feel like you're on the beaches of California the first couple of days. It's really nice. Really nice. When you go up north, you're going to feel like, to me, like you're in Minnesota. It's just a lot of vegetation, a lot of green, a lot of water, and it's just stinking beautiful. When we go down south, you feel like you're in New Mexico, a lot. It's dry, it's deserty, but it's beautiful desert with a lot of hills, mountains. It's pretty. It's just real pretty. So, but you're safe. It's good. Any questions on what to bring now? We got that? Got it? 50-pound weight limit on the suitcase. Make sure we know that. Don't pack 50 pounds because you will be bringing things back. So if you decide, oh, I've got to have this, and I'm taking it back with me, and I want another suitcase, well, then you can, but you'll be paying for that extra. And so that's just part of what it is. Okey-doke. Now, that's that. The next thing we're going to talk about is the payment. The second payment is now due. So on the 9th of February, I need to pay in the next $1,000 for everybody. So we need $1,000 dropped in per person in the agape box with your name that says Israel, or give it to Sid with your name, or give it to me with your name. But we got to get that in as of February 9th. We have to mail it. So that's the next one. Okay, so we got that. Any questions on that? We're good to go. Okay, well, that one quicker than I thought. So we just talked. Any questions on anything on Israel now? Or else I'll just start.
I think you covered money before, but we'll be transferring, changing money there.
Yes.
We
You pick
take
up
cash
shekels.
and
Yeah.
change it there.
Yeah, you can change it there. Dollars do spend a little bit. They'll take dollars usually if you have small amounts.
Mm.
But then at the hotels, we'll be able to change and get shekels.
At the hotel.
At the hotel,
Okay.
usually you can get them. You can get them anywhere. They can charge a little bit more at the hotel, but it's not a substantial
Well, I
amount.
know in Bulgaria, we have to go somewhere.
Yeah, we should be okay. We've always just done it at the hotel if you need them, but there'll be plenty of opportunities to change money.
Okay.
But if you bring dollars, if you bring some ones, just bring like 50 ones, they work really well. They work really well.
So it's about six shekels per dollar.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sounds like that.
So is it pretty expensive there, pretty
Yeah,
reasonable
It's just
now?
like here, just like here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost exactly the same. Just the numbers are high, because they'll tell you in shekels, and you're like, 18 shekels?
mhm.
Oh, that's $3. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. But it's just, you have to just kind of work on that for a second.
So I keep hearing broom skirts. So is that kinda like wraparound?
It is.
Okay, the wraparound
Actually, a
skirts.
broom skirt is a wraparound skirt. It's
Okay.
not a wraparound skirt.
Oh,
It
it's not.
is a skirt that looks like it's pleated or gathered with elastic in the waist. That one pulls over, you can put that on from your feet up, okay? The wraparound is a lot more convenient because you just wrap it around. But
And it
either
goes
one
cooler
works.
too, I think.
I don't know, I've had both and they both work, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Calm yourself up in the front row.
Okay.
So something with elastic in the waist or something that wraps around.
Well, Mom wants to know, we're taking grass skirts.
You can take a grass skirt.
You can model it for everybody.
Gorgeous legs.
So we've got the, I know you know this, but I strongly encourage you to do this. If you don't have a Bible, bring a Bible. If you say, well, I do my Bible on my phone, I would encourage you to bring a Bible.
Yes.
Just bring a Bible. It can be a little travel Bible, or it can be your favorite Bible. But something is gonna happen to you over there somewhere. It will. Something's gonna happen to you, and it's pretty stinking sweet. And you want your Bible there, because you're gonna write notes. God's gonna show you some fun stuff. You're not even gonna believe it, and then you're gonna have your moment. When you come back with your Bible, you're gonna smell it, hear it, see it, taste it, experience it. It's crazy. So please bring a Bible. Put it on your carry-on, bring your Bible. That's kind of important. So please bring your Bible. For those watching these payments, just send the payment in. We do need your payments now, so send it in. You've got all the information there, but send it in and we'll get your receipt back to you. So I'll be calling you this week to remind you as well. But if you catch it before I call you, send it in, that would be good. So we've got that. And there we are. As far as medications, injury things and that, instead of all of us bringing over, we're all bringing over Band-Aids, we're all bringing that, I will have a little first aid kit. So you're covered on that, so don't worry about that, I'll have that. We have nurses with us, I'll just give it to them, they can help it, but I'll make certain it gets to where it needs to go. So we don't have to all bring that type of thing. As we said before, all of us are covered in insurance. Our insurance typically doesn't cover us in Israel. But part of the price that you're paying is an insurance policy for the time we're in Israel. So if you fall and sprain an ankle, we've had gallbladder attacks there, we've had split chins, we've had dehydration, different things that will happen, and it's all covered underneath that. So everything is covered. So don't worry about that, you'll be covered. And that's that. The medical facilities in Israel are extremely good, so there's no issue there. You're in good shape there. That's that. Anything else? Yes.
You were talking about washing your shirt in the shower. Is there any place, is there anywhere we can do laundry?
In your room.
In the sink?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's not gonna, I've never seen, I'm sure they have laundromats there. I've never seen them where we stay.
Mhm.
We kinda stay at nice places, in nice parts of Israel, or we're in very remote places of Israel, one of the two. But I've never seen a laundromat or washing facilities. I'm not saying they're not there, I've never seen them. So don't count on that. So just, you can rinse things out and hang them up. We usually stay at a place for at least 2 nights, usually 4 nights. So you wash them the first couple of days, they'll be dry by the time you go. And it's hot, I mean, they'll dry, so no problem. They'll dry.
Sometimes hotels have laundry service.
Mhm. They can. You can do that.
It can be expensive.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
careful with
I'm
it.
sure,
Be careful.
Oh, yeah.
It can be
I gotta tell you my
expensive.
story on that. Now, I gotta tell you my story because that happened not in Israel. It happened with my kids that I brought over to Europe one time. And we were in Italy. And we're getting ready to come home. And Jonathan and Jeremy had these 2 guys rooming together. And I completely trusted them. Seniors, good guys, completely trusted them. And we're doing all our thing. We were in Rome and we're heading out that morning. And we're all getting ready to head out now to the airport. Here we go. It's been a successful 3 weeks over in Europe with these kids. I am so ready to come home. And all of a sudden the manager comes. We have a bill
Oh,
for room 418. I said, bill. Because I told the kids, do not eat the food in those little, don't eat the candy bars, don't drink the Cokes, we'll get other stuff. That's expensive, don't do that. Okay, Pastor, I'm good. So I go, it's $200. And it was $200. I go, $200. And I'm thinking all the bad things that 2 boys could possibly do in a room that would rake up $200. So what was it? I said, it's laundry services.
oh, God.
Laundry services. Laundry services. So I pulled, guys, you have a $200 laundry service. We had to pay for that? I said, yeah. Well, Pastor, I got no money. Where I'm going, I got no money. I don't either. None of us had money. None of us had money, but I had the church card. So I said, your parents will be paying for this, but okay, we'll pay that. It's $240-some or something. I said, why'd you do that? And they said, we didn't want our moms to have to do our clothes, so we just had to get the clothes done. So, it's like,
And they didn't
okay.
offer that information that it's gonna cost you.
They just, we got laundry, this is great, and they were so proud of themselves. So we got back and I called the parents and I said, I got good news and bad news. I said, the good news, your boys love you. Mom, they didn't want you doing laundry, so they sent it out from a very nice hotel that we stayed at one night.
For $200.
And it's, I said, Jeremy's family, you owe me 114, and John, you owe me $114. 114 for laundry. I said, how can you be mad at them? They're home safe, and they did it because they love you. They didn't know what you do in laundry. Look how nice their laundry is. I tried. I think they worked it off, but anyway. So you can do it. There is laundry service, but just be careful and that kind of stuff. Be careful. But you can. But again, I want to reiterate, by the 3rd day, you don't care what you look like anymore. You really don't. The first couple days, we're going to look really good. That first day out, we're styling. Ladies got their hair did. Everyone's looking good. We're all looking good. By the 4th, 5th day, you kidding me? We're just glad to be awake, alive, and we're looking for something cool to see. And the makeup goes out the window. Hair sometimes is combed, usually not. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. We're going to know each other. That's exactly right. Just put the hat on. Who is that? I don't know. Just come on in. This is what it is. So don't get too carried away. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And it's going to be a time of your life. It's going to be way sweet. So that's on what to bring. We've covered the money a little bit. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing. David, we're going to ask that you bring the guitar if possible. We'll pay for the extra. If there's an extra, we'll pay for that. But I usually have a guitar. Yeah, bring that one. It can be something that can be beat up.
You not just buy one over there.
This Roman is going to be buying stuff in Israel.
Yeah, charge it to me. Travel light.
But
And we have a big backpack I can expand to bring it back.
what makes it sweet, most of the trips I've taken, we've had a worship leader on it. And it just adds so much more
Yes.
to the trip. It's not that we do a lot of worship, but we do worship on a regular basis. It won't be every stop, but we'll say, just guitar, yeah, guitar, no, yeah, guitar. We won't make you carry it when we go like to Tel Dan and you're walking along the river for 2 miles. We're not gonna talk about, no guitar. But when we're just doing these nice places, we got a guitar. It'll be sweet, it'll be sweet. So we'll hit that.
Carry it for you.
And the other thing we do sometimes, not a lot, but we will do it a couple of times out by the Sea of Galilee when we're at the kibbutz, is we will have just a worship time. As the sun is setting or in the dark, and the Sea of Galilee, you'll hear the waves of the Sea of Galilee, and all of a sudden you'll hear David's just guitar going. Just come on down, we'll just worship. Won't be long, maybe an hour. It'll be our group, those that wanna be there, and then other people will come by, and it's just fun. So David, if you can memorize some songs, that little Jewish chords too, and that, it adds real sweetness. And then start teaching them, so by the time we go, we know a little bit. What we'll do is we get closer to the end, I have you bring the guitar, some of these, and have you just teach us some of those, so we have something. But it's a sweet time. So we'll have a couple, 2-3 nights of worship in Israel, but they're typically the nights when we're not in the cities. And when we're in the city, it's hard to find a place to do it, and there's so much to go out and see that we usually do the worship during the day. We will definitely have a worship time at the Garden Tomb, for certain, that's there for certain. And as we go in the north all over the place, of course. So it's gonna be sweet, it'll be sweet. So start memorizing chords, so you don't have to have sheet music, just start memorizing, it'll be good. The other thing that is good on sometimes is to kick it out on the bus. Sometimes they're talking a lot, but as we start going further on some of the long trips, coming down from Galilee to Jerusalem and that, we have a couple hours where it's pretty quiet. Everyone's like, "Well, stop and point something out," then great. Just bring it out, and it's just sweet. It just makes us feel like we're in the '60s with hippie system.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh, yeah.
Because I asked him, and he says, no, I'm not gonna bring it.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. We need the guitar. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So that'd be great. So we'll have
Somebody
that.
play a harmonica?
I don't.
Do you?
Do you know that?
Oh, that's just a random.
If you bring one, I'll play it.
I don't know.
Do you know how?
No.
You just blow into it, right?
Tuba, anybody play the tuba? No tubas. But we just,
Have a juice hop.
there you go. They're good. They're fun. They're fun. So we got that. So, yeah. This is gonna be one of these days, or these trips, guys, that you're not even gonna believe. That's all I can tell you. Just be prepared for better than you're thinking. It is better than you're thinking. Talking to Lisa Golden today. I didn't expect that from her. I just didn't expect that. We were talking to this couple that was visiting, and he had gone to Israel in '91, and his wife, they'd been married 18 years, so she's never been there, and they said, "Well, we'll go with you maybe in a couple of years, that sounds good." So he's talking a little bit about it. I said, "Lisa, you went to Israel, how was it?" And she just turned around and went off. "Oh man, it's the best. We're going back again, Lord willing. I just got my Christmas bonus, I put it all towards Israel." I didn't even know they were putting money towards Israel, but, so it sounds like Stan and Lisa are going with us as well. So it's like, really? Okay, that's cool. Yay, come on down. So there's more and more that I'm starting to hear where people are going, they just haven't been to classes because they've been there before. And they go, "We've been there, we just, we're
Stan
gonna
and
go
Lisa are
again."
going now?
Who's that?
Stan and Lisa?
They're hoping to, Lord
Oh.
willing, that's their goal. That's their goal. They're saving every penny they can, hoping
That's
they pull it
great.
off. So we'll see, we'll see. So it's just, we're getting more and more of that kind of stuff. People coming by and say, "Oh, we're going, oh, we're going." So we'll see, we'll see. So pretty sweet. I want to reiterate again, when we get there, when we leave, first off, when we leave here, we're going to meet at the airport. We're not going to do, I used to do an overnight first, and I did that here because we had a bunch of young kids going on our last trip, and we cannot check in. If someone's late, we can't check in until the whole group is there. And if we miss the flight, we don't want to miss the flight. That would be death. That would be really bad. So I'm going to ask you to get there 2 hours ahead of time like the airport does. We're going to check in as a group, and I'm going to trust that we're adults. This is not a time to show up late. If you have trouble showing up late, come spend the night with me. We'll put you in a room and get you there. So we're going to meet at the airport.
So you sleep at my house.
We're going to be at the airport, and the reason for that is simply cost. Last time I had $100 to the price of the deal, the tour, so we could do that, and we had the little banquet and all that. The problem is everyone was so excited because they felt like they were traveling already, and 2, 3 in the morning, people were still awake.
Uh-oh.
Connie and I were still awake. We were like, "We're going to Israel." We were just like, "Ah!" It was crazy. It was just crazy because I felt like you were on the trip.
Are we meeting
At the airport.
at the airport, so everybody has to find a ride over
We
there?
will arrange the rides. We'll get people to pick you up at home and get you there. So
Like
we'll take care of
Bulgaria.
that. Yeah, we'll take care of that. So we'll make sure you're there, but that's what we're gonna just meet at the
Take us.
airport. So we get to the airport,
And his
even
car.
though, again, Roman, I'm probably gonna use you as my helper on this one because you've traveled so much, but you're gonna see me get a little bit of a different personality here for a while. I'm gonna be a little bit strict just for a while because we just can't afford a mess up here. So even though you might have traveled a lot, I don't want you going checking in ahead of time. I don't want you to say, "We should do this." No, just settle down. It's different with groups. It's different with security going into Israel with groups. So we gotta kinda go, it's different than we've traveled before because it's such a high security issue. So we've gotta do things kind of by the book a little bit differently. I've done this a lot, just trust me on this, don't worry about it. I'm gonna treat you like kids sometimes, it's okay, just enjoy it. Just hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
And I'll go take care of it, I'll take care of it, I'll deal with the deal.
Where's the key?
And then I'm gonna say, okay, David, I need you now. And don't say, well, no, Lisa can go first. No, I need you now because we've just
Yeah.
cleared you. We're just good with you now. It's gotta be you. So let's just do it. We get in, we stay as a group. I want us all as a group. I'm gonna do something really goofy and it's gonna bother some of you and I'm sorry, just, that's life. But I don't know where we're gonna fly out through yet. Let's just say we're going through New York. I'm gonna give you your boarding pass here in Albuquerque at the gate. Well, no, as you go through security. And then the boarding pass from New York, let's say if it's New York JFK or something, to Tel Aviv, I'm gonna keep those.
Yay.
I'm not gonna give them to you until we get to New York.
I love it.
And the reason is,
Oh, yeah.
it didn't happen with my group because I was told about this. It happened with another group, a pastor friend of mine who took a group to Israel, and one of his people left the boarding pass in the
bathroom.
seat pocket of the plane. You know, they just put it in there. Why you would do that, I don't know, but they did that.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was gone, and it was gone, and they didn't even notice it until they go to the gate, they go, I don't have it. And it was like, well, we're boarding now, you didn't check it, and he just, so you hear those stories, it's like, yeah, they made it, but it's just, we don't need that. So I'm just gonna be a real control freak, getting you to Israel,
Thank
okay?
you.
So I'm just
That's
gonna, I'm gonna hold everything, and say, here's your boarding pass, David.
I love it.
Are you
Here's your
gonna
boarding
hold all the passports?
No, but I'm gonna hold copies of the passports, but
Okay.
not the passports. I want you guys to have your
That-
holders.
Yeah.
Some
Each
kind of
one hold their
holder.
own.
Hold your own passport, but I'm gonna hold, I have copies of your passports, I'm gonna hold your boarding passes. Now, it's a little bit different, as we're getting more and more, less paper and more electronic, but I'm still gonna make certain we're gonna do that. I'm gonna hang on to those, so just know that. I'm gonna hang on to your baggage claim deal,
Oh, yay.
because again, we're gonna be traveling all night. You're gonna be a little bit jet lagged, a little bit tired, and you're gonna be unbelievably excited. And it's just, again, something you can just say, I had it here somewhere, I don't know. In Israel, they're a lot tighter on that than what they are here. You know how it is here, we get to Albuquerque, you grab your suitcase and go. In Israel, if you don't have your ticket, you're not getting it. It's not happening. So they're stricter, they're very strict. We're a little bit less sensitive now because of the security we have here. In Israel, it's very different. You will see the soldiers at the airport with their automatic guns, everywhere. Just remember, we're on their side, they're on our side.
Yes.
So it's not to be afraid of, they're just there. But you're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a lot of guns. We go to the restaurant, everyone's, they don't have pistols, they got big old guns. And everyone's got them. They're all carrying, everybody. That's just what it is. It's okay, but they're on our side, we're good, so it's good. So it's not to freak out, but just, that's one of the things that you kind of have to go like, oh, that's different than I was expecting. It's okay. Security, do not play. Do not play as you go through security, coming or leaving Israel. I don't think you will because they're very intent. It's not like, welcome to Israel.
Yeah.
No, it's, they will profile, they will definitely profile. Walter, we had a young guy here named Walter. They profiled him big time, coming and going, because he looked Arab. He said, I look Jewish. And I'm going, mm-hmm. No, you don't. But anyway, okay. But they profiled every time. They'd say, who's the tour leader here? That'd be me. Can I talk to you? They'll just look right at me. The fifth person behind the blonde lady, the one with the tattoos everywhere. How well do you know him? Pretty well. How long have you known him? A couple of years. Is there any reason for us to suspect at all that he could be a threat to the state of Israel? Not even a little bit. He loves Israel. Are you willing to take responsibility for his actions while he's it's like, no. No.
Take him away.
But it's one of those deals where they don't play. They don't play. So don't play with them. They're very serious because this is life and death over there all the time.
Yeah.
So they're serious. They want us there. They just want to make sure we're safe when we get in. Once we get in, it's like stinking awesome. So just, you're going to be excited, you're going to be tired. Now we get through that, we're gonna all get our suitcases. I'm gonna ask some of the guys to help with the suitcases, because I'm here to tell you, even though you heard me say don't go over 50 pounds, I can promise you that 90% of the suitcases will be 49 pounds and a little bit extra.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll say, oh, we'll be fine. I'll just bring my stuff and leave it there and put suit, no, you're not gonna do, but anyway, okay. So we got 50-pound suitcases, we're gonna be unloading like everything. I'm gonna ask some of the guys just to help with that. So we'll spot them, we're gonna mark each suitcase, we're gonna have a identifying thing that's gonna say Journeys Unlimited on it, and it helps identify the suitcase. So when we see, oh, that's ours. So we'll just take them, we're gonna have everybody's off to the side, don't go say, I'm looking for my suitcase, just, we got them. We'll get the guys to go over there, we'll grab the suitcases, set them over here. You'll take your suitcase at that point, make sure it's your suitcase, I'll have your little name, there you go. We go out, the minute you go out, there's gonna be a bus and it's gonna say either Washed by the Word or Pastor Khan, one of the two, I forget what they put, I think it's Washed by the Word. I remember, it'll be a sign, it'll be our bus for sure, right on the front window. You bring the suitcases to them, and now it's gonna be, oh man, now we're living high. Because from this point on, you are now in Israel.